Okay, we're on the right one now.
Yeah, I think we're all good. All we need is the prosecutor now.
I was like, Esme, I don't see you. I don't see you in the waiting room.
Jackie, can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Because I can't hear anybody. Let me figure this out.
We're on the right one now.
Yeah, I think we're all good. All we need is the prosecutor now.
I was like, Esme, I don't see. Judge, and we're also waiting for the clerk, which is gonna be Vanessa Chavez.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, we can go ahead and proceed without. Okay, jail. If we can have Miss Ramirez present, please.
Yes,
Thank you. All right, thank you a lot. Good morning, everyone.
Judge, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, let me go ahead and get on the record. Good morning, Araceli. In 3 cases, all of them are styled the state versus Arleth Ramirez. One is cause number 2021 0D0 3227, 2023 0D0 2655, and 2023 0D0 0621. In those cases, can we hear announcements from the parties, please?
Ivan Martinez of the state for all 3 cases, Your Honor.
Your Honor, good morning again. Ray Velarde appearing on behalf of Arlette Ramirez in connection with all the 3 cases already referenced by the court.
All right. So it's my understanding the defendant is prepared to enter pleas in regard to all of these or some of these cases, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. In order to comply with the open court's provisions of the Constitution, this matter is being displayed on YouTube in the event anybody wanted to view the proceedings. All right. Are you Arleth Ramirez?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Ramirez, you're charged in, and I'm going to use just the last 3 digits of these cause numbers to get through it a little quicker. In cause number on ending with 227, you're charged with delivery of controlled substance. As alleged there, it's a first-degree felony. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
In cause number 655, you're charged likewise with a first-degree felony of delivery of a controlled substance. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And in cause number 621, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance to the degree of a 3rd-degree felony. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. And the prosecutor and defense counsel today, it's my understanding the defendant is going to enter pleas. Is she going to enter pleas to the indictments as they stand in the degrees alleged?
No, Your Honor. In for 2021 0D0 3227, the state is reducing the charges to a 2nd degree, delivery over 1 under 4 grams. And for 2023 0D0 2655, we are reducing the charge to a 2nd degree, delivery of penalty group 1 over 1 under 4 grams.
Okay. And the 3rd case?
The 3rd case is a 3rd degree, and that one remains the same.
I'm sorry?
The third one is, there's no changes, Your Honor. The third charge, no change.
It'll be a third degree. All right.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Velarde, I know you got up to 10 to something, but my understanding is that she's going to plead to reduced sentences to two second degrees, and the third degree will stay the same.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. All right. Ms. Ramirez, you understand all the charges against you.
Yes, sir.
Have you had plenty of time to discuss them with your lawyer?
Yes, sir.
And are you ready to proceed here today?
Yes.
All right. And do you consent that this matter be taken up by a remote Zoom proceeding that we're here today on?
Yes, sir.
All right. And Mr. Velarde, are you consenting to the use of a remote proceeding to conduct this proceeding?
I am, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Ms. Ramirez, in this case, there are waivers that I'm sure that someone has in their possession. And Mr. Velarde, do you have those, or have you already sent those to the prosecution or the clerk's office?
Yes, sir, I have, Your Honor.
All right. And would you check to see whether the defendant signature appears to be present on all those three sets of documents?
Your Honor, I can represent to the court that I personally oversaw this, and they all bear her signature.
Okay. Ms. Ramirez, related to my question to your lawyer, there are documents, three documents. They constitute your waivers, the court's admonishments, a waiver of rights, statement of a plea agreement as well in those documents. Do you remember those documents?
Yes, sir.
And did Mr. Velarde explain them to you?
Yes, sir.
Did you review them?
Yes.
And did you sign them after speaking to your attorney and reviewing those documents?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that by signing those waivers that you are giving up important rights that you have under the law?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to a jury trial in each of those cases. You have the right to remain silent. The burden rests on the state to prove your case, prove the case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to cross-examine witnesses. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
By signing those documents, you're telling me basically that you want to give up, waive those rights. And my question to you, is that still what you want to do at this time?
Yes, sir.
All right. And Mr. Velarde, did your client understand those waivers in your opinion?
In my opinion, she did, Your Honor.
Very well. I will accept the waivers that will be filed among the papers of the cause. At this time, Ms. Ramirez, it's my understanding in cause number ending with 227 that you're going to plead to a lesser second degree felony. How do you plead to that lesser second degree felony?
Guilty.
In cause number 655, likewise, my understanding is you're going to plead to a lesser second degree felony. How do you plead to that second degree felony?
Guilty.
And in the cause ending in 621, that is a third degree felony. How do you plead to that?
Guilty.
All right. So I hear your pleas of guilty to those offenses. Before I accept your plea, you need to understand the consequences. First of all, the range of punishment for a second degree felony is by punishment by confinement in the penitentiary for a period of no less than 2 years, nor more than 20 years, and up to a $10,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
A third degree is punishable by confinement in the penitentiary for a period of no less than 2 years, nor more than 10 years, and up to a $10,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If there's a plea agreement that has been reached between you, your lawyer, and the state's attorney, then that agreement that you've made is not binding on the court. If the court did not accept that plea agreement, then you could withdraw your plea. However, if the court follows the agreement and later you wanted to appeal, you could appeal only with permission of the court. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you're not an American citizen, your pleas here today could result in deportation, exclusion from admission to this country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Ramirez, have you ever suffered from any type of mental condition or problem that required treatment or hospitalization?
No, sir.
Okay. In your opinion, Mr. Velarde, is your client mentally competent as she appears here today?
She is, Your Honor.
Very well, I will so find. Ms. Ramirez, are you satisfied with the legal representation that you have received in connection with these cases?
Yes, sir.
When you pled guilty, were those guilty pleas made by you freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Did anyone unduly pressure you, mistreat you, coerce you, threaten you in any way to get you to plead?
No, sir.
Are you pleading guilty to the offenses that you pled guilty to because you are guilty and for no other reason?
Yes, sir.
All right. Have the provisions, the discovery provisions of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure been complied with in this case, state and defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Mr. Velarde, thankfully, he printed out the 3914 disclosure form,
Okay.
which he and his client signed. I did not have an opportunity to sign it, but I could verify that it is in fact true, and that the state has complied with 3914 in all three cases, Your Honor.
Okay.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. The court will find that 3914 was complied with. I'll accept the defendant's plea as true and voluntary, and state you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Had all three cases gone to trial, the state would have proven each and every one of the elements in all three cases beyond a reasonable doubt. Except for in 2021 0D03227 and 2023 0D02655, the state would have proven that Arlette Ramirez delivered methamphetamine in an amount over 1 gram, but less than 4 grams in each of those cases, Your Honor. As part of this plea agreement, the state will be submitting a motion to dismiss a pending misdemeanor that Ms. Ramirez has 2023 0C01659. So after this plea is done, I'll be submitting that to the misdemeanor court.
All right. Okay, and then also in addition to the state's proffer that they've made, you signed a statement admitting to these the lesser offenses that you pled guilty to and of the third-degree felony. Anything else in that regard, Mr. Velarde?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Now, is there a plea agreement in exchange for the defendant's pleas, if you'd so stated?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is recommending that in exchange for her pleas of guilty for all three cases, that she be sentenced to 2 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Institutional Division, Your Honor.
Okay, so my understanding is to be 2 years in each of the three
Right.
three cases.
Right, that's right. And this to run concurrently, Your Honor, and is to run concurrently with the federal charges that are currently pending.
Mr. Velarde, does that sound?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Ramirez, you heard the attorneys speak about the plea agreement. My understanding is that in exchange for your pleas of guilty to the offenses you pled guilty to, the state would recommend 2 years in each of the cases. They would run concurrent along with each other, and also would run concurrent with the federal sentence that you're undergoing at this time. Is that your understanding of the plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then the court will, and you offer the plea papers and into evidence at this time.
Yes, Your Honor. The state will move to introduce an evidence set plea papers.
All right.
No,
there's
State's exhibit number 1 in each of the cases, Your Honor.
all right.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Then there's 3 packets, each marked as state's exhibit number 1 regarding each of the causes. They are admitted and filed among the papers of the costs. Ms. Ramirez, I will accept and approve the plea agreement. Therefore, I find you guilty in cause number 227 to the lesser included second degree offense that you pled to. Your punishment assessed at 2 years confinement in the penitentiary. In cause number 655, I find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in that one as well. The second degree felony that you pled to, you're sentenced to 2 years confinement in that case. In cause number 621, the third degree felony, you're found guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I sentence you to 2 years confinement in the penitentiary for that case. All these sentences will run concurrent with each other. Also, the judgment will reflect that the judgment in the federal court, it'll run concurrent with that one as well. I don't know if the clerk has that information, but if not, then make sure she gets the cause number and things.
I have that cause number, Your Honor, if I can read it into the record.
Okay, Vanessa, do you already have it, or do you want Mr. Velarde to go ahead and read it in the record?
I can go ahead and take it.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
That case number is EP 23-CR-00367-DCG (1).
Okay, great. Thank you.
Quite welcome, ma'am.
I would have asked that he repeat it, but that's pretty good. Okay. This is a plea bargain case, Ms. Ramirez. And the court will tell you that you have no right to appeal since it's a plea bargain case. I will certify to that fact when I get all the plea papers to sign up. Ms. Chavez will send them to me. I'll get them signed, returned to her for filing. Anything else from anyone else?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you all for being here. Then we are adjourned. Thank you.
Adios, Judge.
Jail, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Judge.